Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bonita or Bonita on Safari if you like. And guess who we have here?
Nobody knows. So instead of making you guess, I'll tell you my name is Wendy from Watta on the Go.
Yes.
On YouTube and Instagram.
Yes. And on YouTube. Oh yes, and YouTube as well. Oh my god, yes.
Congrats on launching your channel finally, by the way.
Sis, thanks.
This has been a long time coming, right?
Yeah, the pressure you guys have given me. And then you don't subscribe to my channel. And while subscribing to my channel, check out Wendy's channel. Like, she has fantastic travel content. So quickly, while we're shooting this video, if you followed our trip down south to South Africa, we did
overland road trip, like a backpacking road trip from Kenya to Namibia.
Yes.
Using public transport.
Bus.
So like we were like, what's the cheapest way you can come from Kenya to Namibia? And they were like, let's do it.
Can we do it? Let's do it. So we'll get on it quickly, how we planned it. Well, we didn't really plan it, like how it happened. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Bonita or Bonita on Safari if you like. I am a travel blogger and I create travel content. I've decided to join YouTube to give a better visual representation of all these travel experiences that I have. Let's build a nice travel community for people who are fearless, people who love travel, and people who would probably use their last cent to check out a new destination, like I do most of the time. So subscribe. Please subscribe.
This was just an idea. We
Yes.
met in Dar es Salaam.
Yes.
We were at 4 Points actually, which is where we are now.
we are.
So they invited us to Dar es Salaam. We both went as like bloggers, media writers, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, I've always wanted to do this trip to Southern Africa. Because
Yeah.
everyone talks about doing this trip,
Yeah.
but not everyone does it.
Yeah.
So we talked about doing it. We're like, we'll do it, but you don't really think it will actually
very
happen.
randomly, like we were seatmates. We were in the same flight and we're sitting next to each other, and I'm like, would you like to go to Southern Africa by the road, like buses? And oh yeah, I'm like, you're copying me. Actually no, like I wanted to do it. Then let's do it. That was it. We never delved further into it until we met again in January. Towards the end of January, and they're like, are you still on? Yeah, I'm still on. We do it. Yeah, when? Weekend. I'm like, no. Yeah, we leave on Saturday. I'm like, okay, let's leave on Sunday. Then we left on a Sunday.
We didn't plan this too much. We didn't have a set itinerary. We just had ideas. Tutapanda hii bus, tuende sijui wapi, but we didn't even know if we'd go to Malawi first or go to Zambia first.
Yes, because initially the plan was to leave Nairobi, go to Tanzania, go to Malawi, into Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, then go back to Zimbabwe, and then go to Mozambique, and then Eswatini.
Maybe get to Eswatini, maybe get to Cape Town.
Yes, and then now fly back to Nairobi.
So we just booked the bus.
Yes.
We were like, which bus is going tomorrow?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
we booked Mid. It was 3,500
To the
It was a nice bus. Like we got VIP seats. That's why 3,500. It left very early. Like was it 6
they
or 5?
kept time, like 6
a.m.
and 6 a.m. on the dot the bus was leaving. And
It's a comfortable bus, like
very
sleek,
comfortable.
clean.
Yeah.
They had good service,
Charging ports. Yeah. And they kept time. There's no stopping. So we left Nairobi at 6 a.m. in the morning, and man, that is far.
14 hours.
That is far. We were having lunch at 3. Like imagine having to wake up and be at the bus station at 6 only to have lunch at around 3:46 p.m. That was no joke. But I love the professionalism. They gave us water. Entertainment was good. Like they had really nice movies, and at around 9
Bongo music.
It
Yeah.
was really dope. And so the long journey to Dar, there's nothing really to write home about the trip because the bus was good. So we get to TZ at around 9:49, Dar es Salaam. Shekilango, like it's a big bus terminus for buses that are going back to Dar, Iringa, and down south to Mbeya.
Yeah, like you can get buses to different places around Tanzania. So we decided to get accommodation close to the bus stop so that we could just wake up and do the trip back. So we just booked a bus to Mbeya.
Yeah.
But the buses go all the way to Tunduma, which is on the border. So we got a hotel just to cross the road from this bus stop.
Yes.
It was called Rambo.
Rambo what hotel? Just Rambo.
Just
when you
Rambo.
get to
if you
when
ask
get to
anyone
Sheki-
about Rambo, they will know.
Yes, and it's like a motel, and we met this nice guy. He was at one of the buses that we wanted to book to go to Mbeya.
He was an attendant there.
He was an attendant, but then there were buses were full, and he decided to help us with our bags and taking us to another bus station, which was New Falls, and even offered to show us which hotels are safe enough and close by enough for us to sort of just spend the night and wake up early enough to go the next day. But remember, our plan was not to spend any extra day in TZ.
That's it, because
Just like
we've
a
both
transit.
explored Tanzania
Yeah.
enough times.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can stay and do a couple of things
Yeah.
around Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
You can go all the way to Zanzibar
Yeah.
if you want,
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, which
we've done.
Yeah, we've done. So the plan was just to use TZ as a transit country and then just bam into Zambia and then all these other towns. But the thing is, the rule of the trip was make it as random as possible. Someone just walked in. So the plan of the trip was just to make it as random. The only thing we were praying for is health and safety.
That's it.
That's it. But every other thing, we were going to wing it. Like
It was
we're
on
just
the
winging
fly.
it.
Like
yes,
decisions on where to sleep was just like
on the get go.
that's
like,
it. Yeah.
Yes.
So Rambo was like $40.
Yes, it was $40.
So 2,000 each, overpriced.
Yeah,
if
which
you
we
ask
felt,
me.
yeah, because it was just one room, 2 beds. It was rusty. It didn't look
Like
good
it wasn't
at
the
all.
sleekest
Yeah,
of rooms.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we were gonna give you breakfast in the morning because it's like a traveler's hotel. We wake up in the morning. I don't think the wait staff or even the cooks
They were not even
woken up.
awake.
Yeah. so and that was around 5
Mm.
because our bus was leaving at around 5:46
Yeah.
in the morning. So now we're tired. That sleep didn't count. To be honest, for me, it didn't count.
It was just like no sooner had my head touched the pillow
Then it was
morning and time to head on.
This
you
was
know?
like, it's fine. So we showered quickly. We didn't even unpack because we knew it was just a few hours before we head out again. And now we were on our bus to Mbeya. We had decided we were
so
going to
woke
Mbeya.
up. The good thing about sleeping close to the bus stop is you don't have to catch a ride to get there. So we
Yeah,
just
we
woke
just
up, walked there,
Yeah.
caught a bus,
Yeah.
and then the bus left
Yeah.
to Mbeya. This was a new first bus. Worst bus ever.
Guys,
Worst road ever. My goodness.
you know the way we were all over social media that day singing how Tapmid is the thing, transporting TZ is the
Yeah.
thing. Like, you guys, if ever you want to go to TZ, just do Tapmid bus. Their buses have ACs, they have charging ports, like the staff is very caring and listening. Forget, that's Tapmid. Any other thing below Tapmid, just get ready for the worst.
First of all, the leg room, and I'm tall.
Yeah,
right?
there was no leg
There was
room.
no
Why are
leg
you
room,
saying the
like-
leg room? There's no leg room.
It's like you're
Just
scratched
like
in your
a praying
corner this
mantis.
way, you know.
Wendy was just like this the whole time.
And this is like how many hours was it?
It was a long.
It was a long day,
Yes,
you know.
it was a long day. And the
And then
one,
there's a terrible stretch of road. Like it's like,
yes, and the guy kept honking. I don't know why he kept honking the whole time. And the other thing that visibly annoyed me was the fact that he was overspeeding, and we practically stopped at every bus stop between Dar and Mbeya. Like, there's no bus stop we never stopped at, and they were just hawkers. They were selling bread. Everyone was selling bread. I'm like, why are people selling bread?
What's
in
the
TZ?
obsession with bread?
Like, there's so much bread. You know the way back home bread is just bread. Like, you go into a kiosk and buy
Kwanzaa
bread.
buffalo, you know, it was just like
mamas are coming with big
there were
baskets.
even people, you know how on the bus you can kind of put your bags up
They
in
were
the space?
putting
There were like
buffalo.
loaves of bread. It's like,
Why?
is there a bread shortage in this
Yes,
country?
like what's happening?
what's
White
going
bread,
on?
you know, like white bread. And then the other thing I also noticed, like every time we did stops, the hawkers were super aggressive, and the one thing that was in every bus stop was my choma. And You know, you really don't want to get in the habit of stopping and buying everything in every stop, because you just don't know when you'll have a lube break and stuff like that.
And then the worst thing you would want to get on these road trips is like food poisoning. So you're really careful about what you can eat. Because there was also like mshikaki.
Mshikaki,
that was very commonly sold as well.
So
but we just didn't go buying anything because you wouldn't want to get sick.
We were hungry.
I feel like that day, the first, didn't we not eat until like 5?
No,
or something?
we did not eat. Yes, and
like we went all day after waking up. You know, arriving late. We didn't even have dinner the previous night.
No, we
so just went to sleep, woke up.
Yeah.
We were hungry.
Then we, I don't know, I don't
like
even...
you get so hungry, hata tuongeleshani sasa.
Me, I was just looking at Wendy was just over there looking at me like, this must have been the worst mistake we ever did. Like, did we have to use a bus? You know, we could have just flown. I'm like, sis, we are doing this thing, and there was no food. We kept asking this guy, are we even going to stop somewhere and probably just have something to bite on? The guy was like, sio saizi dada, sio saizi, jipe kama saa kumi hivi. And I'm like, it's 1.
Yeah.
Like saa kumi, we're gonna eat saa kumi. So we're just like, okay, we'll wait for saa kumi. Then
so if you can buy some snacks, just
stock up. Just stock up
on snacks. Buy some water, drinks, whatever beforehand.
Because you're gonna be on the road for a while. Then we made a stop at around late in the evening, and this guy was selling an example of chicken. I don't know, that cafe was called Al Jazeera Cafe, and if you do Newforce like we did, you're probably going to just be taken to Al Jazeera Cafe. So Al Jazeera Cafe has like prepared food and pre-packed. Like you just go and pick and go, and you're given 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5, like it's
to
5.
Dash to the loo.
Yes, dash to the loo.
And get something to eat.
Yes.
And by the time I get to the driver is pulling off.
Yeah,
like you have to run.
You have to
he
run.
kind of makes you run after the bus a little, just for fun, you know.
Did we eat that food?
I think we bought it, and then we
plantain. They were selling one plantain for 50 Kenyan shillings. You remember?
I don't remember eating plantain.
Like they just peeled plantains and they were,
I remember plantain being sold.
Yeah, and one piece was going for like 50 bob. I was so hungry. The fries looked a bit, you know, like not so good when you're traveling. But let's just say we ate lunch.
You get to a point where you're so hungry, it doesn't even matter.
We just ate lunch.
Yeah.
And then we got to Iringa. And Iringa was so
nice.
Beautiful.
Like it's so scenic.
Yes.
Very green.
Yes. And it went well towards the end of it all. But right before we got now to Mbeya, there was an accident. And they're called Dala guys. Boda guys, Dala. Yeah, they were just passing telling us, stop staying in the car, you guys. Just bring your bags, we take you to Mbeya. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. And man, I'm just like, Dala with my bag. You know, I had like a bag.
Let me tell you kweli, Bonita manza trip kama ko buji kidogo. Baada hajaonyeshwa vituko. Bonita ati boda. Mimi boda. Akala timoyo to gari kwa. But hata nakwambia Bonita at the beginning of the trip and the Bonita at the end. She was taught a proper lesson.
No,
you know, me like, "Situ get to pande boda to boda ko like,
I don't like boda.
I said, "Mbona just ipandangi boda."
Which is because bodas. It's like tupande boda we go because it's getting late and this thing is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like boda. So I got a boda guy.
So ultimately we're like, let's just get off.
Yeah.
We hopped on a boda.
Yeah, and these guys were really nice. Like the guys who took us to Mbeya. No, it's actually called Uyole in the larger Mbeya area, and they were so helpful. Like they sort of helped us get.
They're even the ones that helped us find a hotel.
Yes, a place.
Which is another strategy we use.
Yes,
just ask the
boda guys.
Or like the bus conductors. Like there's just not any hotel around here that we can sleep at.
And then the other thing, I feel like our definition for a nice hotel is a bit relative. Just ask them, kuna hoteli ende kona maji moto? Because if you tell them, can I get an affordable hotel? Believe me, you'll go to those hotels with blue and red slippers, and you know how it goes. So just ask, iyo hotel iko na maji moto. Then they'll take you to a fairly decent hotel. Because really, if you want to rest, you don't want those hotels with you know, in dingy corners, because even safety, because we are women.
That's true.
Even safety. So we were in luck to find boda guys who'd just go out of their way and make sure we are safe, wait for us.
And this was everywhere we went.
Yes, everywhere, And they were also patient enough to wait for us. Like if we didn't like that choice, they were always waiting and asking, should we leave now? Are you guys okay? And stuff like that. So hack number 1, trust boda drivers. Just trust boda riders.
I mean, don't leave your bag there to go look at the hotel. But like, for advice, you can just ask them for recommendations. So then they took us into Uyole town. We got this hotel called Southern Sun. Southern City Hotel. Southern Sun is in Nairobi, Mayfair. So they took us to Southern City. It's just by the road, which was very convenient because we could move around. The receptionist was flipping rude.
The chick was like, we don't have Tanzanian shillings. Can we pay with dollars? No, tafuteni tu shilingi za Tanzania, tuchukui dollars hapa. But like, na tunaweza swipe kadi. Hapa pia hakuna mambo ya kadi. Hakuna mambo ya kadi. And remember, Wendy had a problem with her
my KCB, my Visa bank card.
Decided she's not going to have money. And the other travel hack that I would like to share as well at this point is, if you can travel with dollars, it's always easy to change dollars to the local currency. Just have like cash in dollars, because
which is what I eventually did.
Like she got her TZ shillings and then converted them into dollars when she could.
So everywhere I was going, I just had a bunch of dollars. Then whatever country you're in,
you can change it to their currency. And most hotels will actually take the dollars anyway. So we paid with dollars. It was affordable. Like 1,000 per person sharing, and we did 2 nights. And so that was inclusive of breakfast. And then 1,000 bob,
1,000.
Yes,
bed and breakfast.
And the room was so spacious. The room was clean. The water was hot. It had like a rain shower. They had Wi-Fi. It was very fast. And then the food was also good. Like the restaurant, they had really nice food. The only thing I probably didn't like about it was the location of the hotel, close as it was to the bus station or bodas and stuff. It was right behind a club. And that was so noisy. It was so noisy. I didn't like that about it, but really our options were,
I mean, after you've sat in the bus all day,
you'd rather sleep in a club.
So the reason we'd gone to Mbeya in the first place is because we wanted to check out some things around town. So for instance, some things you can do in Mbeya, you can hike up to Lake Ngozi, Crater Lake. It's the second largest crater lake,
and they say it assumes the shape of Africa.
The shape of Africa. So you hike up. It's like a hike of 3 hours, and it depends on your fitness level.
You should see us.
So 3 hours to and fro, right?
Like, are you doing it? Yes, we are doing it. We'll hike. Are we hiking?
After sitting and you're tired and we wanted to hike, we would have done it though. I feel like we would have done it. And we got a guide. Like I just went on TripAdvisor, got this guide who was called Teddy, and it turned out to be pretty nice. And we had the whole trip planned, and then we're like, let's just go find an ATM around town so I can use my KCB Visa bank card to withdraw some money. So we're like, let's go into Mbeya town.
No, because they kept telling you through Twitter, via Twitter.
Oh yeah, because I was reaching out to them. I was like, why is my card not working?
Just try another ATM.
I called you guys and told you, I'll be passing through this country, so please whitelist my card. And they're like, it's gonna work, it's cool. And then I'm DMing them, like,
use a different
just find another ATM. I'm like, we checked out like 10 ATMs on that day.
Just check an ATM that has a Visa sign, a Visa sign, and we're like, are you sure? So, like our trip, when the next day's plan, like she said, was just to tour Mbeya and just have good content from Mbeya, top things to do in Mbeya. But first, check out the bank, a different bank, withdraw cash, and then proceed. Proceed where? Because KCB decided we are going to proceed and do what? Nothing. Like we went to so many ATMs, it didn't work. eventually, what did we do? We got some Vodacom guys who. Oh
yeah, like Vodacom is like this Safaricom there.
Yeah.
So you're still able, if you're in Tanzania, to send money from your Safaricom to Vodacom.
Yeah.
And then you can withdraw it via like M-Pesa International withdraw something.
Yes.
So that's how I ended up withdrawing like 50.
And the Vodacom guys were so helpful.
And then the guy there was really nice.
Yeah.
So after this 50K, I went and just changed some into
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after that, we called Teddy, the guy Wendy met.
So now it's like 4 p.m.
It's 4 p.m. We
The
can't
day
do
is
the
gone,
3-hour hike. Yeah. So we just called him up. Did we go to Stendiku?
We're like, let's go to Stendiku
and book
the
the
a
next
bus.
day's bus to Tunduma, which is a border town between Tanzania now and Zambia. So we went there. We didn't do much that day. We were just scouting to see what buses are going there. And
the intention was to book.
Yes.
But when we got there,
the fares were astronomical.
And it was overwhelming. The experience.
Yeah.
Like Stendiku is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Like these guys know foreigners.
First of all, you pay 10 bob.
Yeah, you pay 10 bob to walk into the. I think it's for like an equivalent of kanjo money for maintenance.
Yeah.
But then what overwhelmed us was the fact that the moment you get there, there's a swarm of like 20 men. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean 2 ladies, 20 men, and they're haggling. All of them want to talk to you. They want to like
dada sijui twende nini. Dada bwana kuja huku. Unataka gari ya kwenda sijui wapi? Hapana dada kuja twende.
And they are following you. Yeah, and
it was overwhelming.
Yeah,
you know?
And the worst thing, you see, like in Kenya, if you're overwhelmed like that, chances are those are just agents. But when you go to the official bus office, they're different guys. Hey, Stendiku was the same. The same guys were hustling
first
you
of all,
here.
they tell you it's 5,000 Kenya shillings to come from Tunduma, from Bear to Lusaka in Zambia.
Yeah.
And then you're like, that's a ridiculous price.
It can't be.
You've kind of looked around online and you're being told different
500,
prices.
800.
So then you're like, let me just go into the offices to see if, like to talk to an official person who works there. Unafika kwa ofisi, it's the same guys coming. And then they pull out a special price list that's even laminated and everything.
To show you like
with these ridiculous prices, and they're like, it's still 5,000 shillings.
Yeah.
And it's like, who else are you gonna ask? Like, where else do you turn?
Yeah.
So we just ended up leaving Stendiku.
Yeah, we actually just left and looked for Teddy. While he was on his way, we went to Mbeya Hotel, like the oldest hotel.
Teddy at Mbeya. And we decided to just have him come through because we wasted his day
time.
Anyway. The hike didn't happen.
Very decent guy. He came with his friend and they didn't even, we offered lunch. He said no, we'll just chill and do what, we'll wait for you guys, and then we go on with our safari. And Mbeya Hotel, it's called Mbeya Tourist Hotel or just Mbeya Hotel. It's the oldest hotel in Mbeya region.
And they have there good slaps.
Yeah.
Like I had an Indian curry. There was like Swahili food.
Yes.
The portions were nice.
Yes.
And then considering we've kind of just been eating kwa bichaka here and there on our way.
we
then get good food.
Good food and good vibes. But at that time, guys, I was sick. You know, like sick, like homa sick, like bad homa sick. But I felt the food. I could taste the flavor. I was just like, we've suffered enough. The food was good. Yeah. So quickly, we just met Teddy. He took us. We changed. We didn't go to like Ngozi. We just went.
So we decided to check out a place called Daraja la Mungu,
like,
which is a place that's not heavily marketed. Not so many people know about it.
And it's actually way off. It's like actually way off.
Way out of the town. We had to get a tuk-tuk. To drive us there, and then Teddy agreed with this guy that this is going to be the cost. There's no entry fees or anything. It's kind of just a bridge. Like you get there and then you walk down like this steps, natural steps. And then the lake iko chini. So it's like if you're standing at the top,
it was a river.
It's like a little valley thing on a river, tunnels, apple.
Basically, to be very honest, there was nothing to see. But like to say, went to Daraja la Mungu, and the locals kind of feel like it has some. It's something superstitious about the bridge.
There were even some ladies that were passing through. One of them firewood on their head, and then they're like, "Ati wasichana mmeenda kule chini." They were so shocked. They were so shocked that we went down there. Just for superstitious reasons. So anyway, that's it from there. So the next morning, we
the plan was to wake up really early to catch a bus
Yeah.
to go to Tunduma. But we
It was
woke
raining?
up and the weather was not.
So we slept in,
Yeah.
and then by the time we got to Stendiku, it was like 11. By the time we got a bus to Tunduma, Tunduma is 2 hours away from there. Actually, if you're coming from Dar es Salaam,
You
just
can get a
direct bus.
to
There's no
Tunduma.
need to stop.
Yeah,
in
don't
there.
stop.
Just
Yeah.
get all the way so
Yeah.
that you can just cross into.
How much did we
Lusaka
end up
the next
paying
day.
for the bus ride? From
Was it like 250?
250 bob, and these guys were asking for 5,000 Kenyan
It was like
shillings.
250.
Yeah, it was like 200, and there are no like decent buses that go to Tunduma from
It was a
there.
chicken bus.
Yeah, it was a chicken bus, preacher's bus, njugu bus. You know, like it was stopping every corner. Guys were lighting and stuff like that. So it wasn't really a good ride.
But it was quick. It's like unaenda Naivasha from Nairobi.
Yes, it was quick.
And then so we got off in Tunduma,
Yeah.
then had to walk. Like
Yeah.
the border is
yeah.
quite a distance from where
Yeah,
we were dropped
yeah,
off. So
yeah.
we walked, whatever, got into the border,
Yeah.
now wanted to cross over
Yeah.
into Zambia.
Yeah, and the thing that if you frequent the say Kenya Tanzania border, you know how convenient and efficient it is. Like the bus just drops you, you enter the border. It's a one-stop border.
Sometimes the bus even there are no buses that cross
There are no
here.
there are no buses that cross from TZ to Zambia and vice versa.
You have to get off,
so you're dropped
cross
off,
on
you
foot.
walk, and it's quite a stretch with
Yeah.
the bags that we were carrying.
You get
Yeah.
off cross on foot.
Yeah, so you cross on foot.
Princess Bonita got someone to carry her bag.
I had to, because the bag was heavy. I mean, we were doing like 21 days on the road.
It was like
That's
heavy
like,
backpacks,
it was,
yeah.
they were heavy.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Yes, and in my defense, I was just hungry and tired, and the weather was terrible. So there's another story. Like if you do your research, if you want to cross from Tanzania to Zambia, there's always this story that pops up about how corrupt the immigration officials on the Zambian side are.
Man,
and
like it's almost like whichever part of
Every-
Zambia,
yes.
whether you're in Zimbabwe,
Yes,
Zambia,
the Zambian
Tanzania,
guys
Zambia,
are-
it's like they're super corrupt.
yes.
So Sisi, we're like, nothing's gonna happen.
Let's just go. We got there. Then these guys on the Tanzanian side, in their defense, they were so nice. It was quick and we finished.
It's not a one-stop border either.
It wasn't?
It wasn't.
It was. Like we were just on this side and then we crossed. It was actually one stop. It is Namibia and Zambia that
okay.
is not
Sorry.
one stop.
Okay.
So we just cleared on the Kenyan side and on the Tanzanian side and went to the Zambian side. You know, the way you just see an immigration officer and you know they're about to cause chaos and drama. This chick just looked at us.